Hello everyone, this is a quick look at the LEGO Ninjago Cole's Dragon Cruiser set. I bought this for its retail price of $45 US. Comes with 4 minifigures and I built it live over on my Twitch channel. The part count for this one is 384 pieces, of course, as usual. I'm going to be looking at the minifigures later in the video, but first I want to focus on the main thing that you're paying for here. The vehicle. Now this looks to me like a Speed Champions, and there's more to that than it even appears. Looks like a Speed Champions 4 GT. Yeah, 4 GT. 100%. Either the most recent version or a previous version, like a 2000, 2002 era one, turned into an off-road machine and then Ninjagoified in a post-apocalyptic world or something like that, which I think is cool. The kid in me thinks that this is cool. There's some things that I don't like about it, but overall, I like the look of it. I like what they've done here. I like what they're going for here, and the build process is enjoyable, or was enjoyable for me. It all pretty much made sense along the way. And the thing that's a little extra with the Speed Champions connection is this chassis piece underneath. So not just this canopy, but the chassis is literally a Speed Champions chassis underneath. So much of this is Speed Champions to the point where I am half tempted to try to turn this into a full Speed Champions car, like a Ninjago sponsored 4 GT or something. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that, but it's definitely something that could be done. As far as things that this will do, well, you could consider that to be a trunk right there, if you want to. I guess you could put something in there, but it's not really that useful. But it does have the 2 stud shooters back here. And then it has these things which don't do anything other than this. Just a little transformation in the appearance, in the look. So that's different. These become like shields, like fire shields along the side. So you're not able to take damage as easily to the canopy, I suppose. I don't know, it looks cool. Feels cool to me, but it does use a lot of pieces. Look at all these gold ingots down in there. I feel like this does use a lot of small pieces that it almost doesn't need to have the same effect, because ultimately this is very much a toy set. This is not a collector style of set. So it doesn't need to have quite the same level of fit and finish as collector level sets, in my personal opinion at least. And, just for the target audience. I think that in many ways it's actually better than it needs to be, and it would have been better realistically in terms of value if they had made it a little bit simpler. But I like all this stuff in here because that's really, really cool to me. And again, inside, because it is based on the Speed Champions design, you got room for 2 figures. There's also the clip in the middle, which could be used to hold a minifig accessory. There's an additional clip back here, but that's not really for minifig accessory to be attached there. It's just to keep the canopy from falling down. So when you put this in its place, if it would just get in there, get in there. This is my fault. This is not the set's fault. I am failing at lining up studs. Wow. Okay, there we go. That was bad. There's no working suspension here or anything. Interesting part usage there for those bits just to keep this from going any farther. Notice that the little boosters on the back change their angles a little bit, and also these teeth right here change their angles a little bit. But ultimately, you're changing the angles of these spring-loaded, or not spring-loaded, but stud shooters. And that's it. So in total, that's really just about it. So in total, this thing holds two figures. It's a little bit of trunk space in the front, and has a couple of shooters, has a little bit of transformation that's not significant. I wish that this would do more, like change the rake of it, make something else pop up in the back. I think if these instead were able to pop up in the back, it would be more fun. But as it is, it's cool, but not great, especially for the amount of money that you pay for it. I also personally would have preferred to have just 4 identical tires here. I understand what they're going for here with the connection to the Ninjago and the golding of all the things, but I like that look right there better than that look. Here's Golden Cole, and this looks pretty good to me. You got the little brick-built small hammer, mallet, sledgehammer weapon, and also a katana on the back. The color scheme here is fairly straightforward and works for me. Has just a little bit of the orange in there, but I think this is a pretty nice balance. Just generally, this looks pretty classy to me. And there's the face underneath, there's the alternate face, and also the very nice print on the back of that torso. The other hero figure, meanwhile, is this Golden Dragon Kai. This is glorious to me. All that trans red with the gold and a little bit of, I believe they've got the flame yellowish orange around the fire, around the flame designs in there. And inside of that is either white or cool yellow, whichever it is. It looks good to me. If it's supposed to be white, then it's definitely not opaque enough. It should have been brighter, but the full overall effect is really good. And this does have two legs, so the full pair of trans red legs and then trans red arms as well. Oh, and those wings look great. The pattern with the gold coming in there is double molded in. Oh, it's delicious. Also dual molding for the helmet or dragon projection, the dragon spirit energy around the head. Oh, this, I'm definitely biased here. I'm definitely biased because I like a lot of trans colored things, and red really works. And this red in particular really works. And the balance, it all just feels so good to me. I also got to check out that face there. Yeah, he's got a lot of positive energy. Has a lot of confidence. And then with the wings and armor removed, you can see just a focus on really how much of that trans red is here. I can't wait for LEGO to do more transparent minifig elements officially. You know, we've been able to get them from aftermarket sources, but more official ones is great. Even the decent print on the back, not the best back of torso print that you normally don't see for these dragon form ninja. And finally, on the evil side on the left is a crystallized General Esphira with the new color scheme with the dark pink going through it. Just reusing that headpiece, dark pink with the gunmetal gray there, or dark pearl gray. She has the reforged golden fire sword here in a crystallized hilt. That works out nicely. And on the right is a Venge Stone Brute, which is a really good looking one that also has two transparent arms, the transparent pink there. Good prints on these, just good quality, you know, fairly premium figures, I would say, that they put a good amount of investment into, and I like how they look. And I think that even though we're going from a purple here to a trans purple, which is technically like almost a blue, it's like a violet. I think that the way that the print is done at the base of this torso here helps that to blend well, and also the black, where the black comes into this fade of the wraith leg piece. It's good. It's good. It's solid. Finally, these are the leftover pieces with all of the extra golden weapon elements, which is, you know, always great to get plenty extras of, and a couple extra shots for your stud shooter, well, tile shooter in this case. And this is what the sticker sheet looked like. I think that these stickers all added, however, they are optional. You can leave them off and it's still going to look pretty good, I think, the whole build. Thinking about price and value, again, this was $45 US. It's 45 euros as the base Eurozone price in Germany. It varies from there. And it's 40 pounds UK. I do feel like you get $45 US worth of stuff here if the stuff itself is really, really good. The figures are excellent. The figures are extra even, you know, especially considering these two here. So that stuff is really good. The vehicle itself, I think, had a lot of potential, and it almost realized it, but not entirely. If only the transformation feature would do a bit more, just a bit more. More stuff done here rather than having so many small, fine details in here. I wish it had something else that was large that would fundamentally transform. Like if this came up and was actually a turret, maybe with a couple of large wings that would come up, you know, things like this, it would come up and it was a turret, and then it could actually be manned. You know, you could put a person back there and then have it turn around on a ratcheted turntable or something like that. You know, something just a little bit more significant. If the chassis bent, everything's falling. No, if the chassis would, you know, bent and it kind of changed its wheelbase, or if the wheels, if they came forward and then widened out, or just something more rather than tiny details, something more that was bigger, I would feel more happy about it. But the amount of stuff that you get here, especially by today's standards, is fine for $45. I just think that it needs a little bit more play value. But if you're overall satisfied with the build and you're more focused on the figures, I think you should be happy here. Maybe in lieu of more functionality with this, could have used one more good figure, really good figure, and even more than this. Maybe two of these, or maybe one of this, and then one figure that's even smaller than that would put it where I would like it to be. So ideally, as it is right now, $40 for me is where I would like to see it. I think that's a reasonable ask, and it's 45. So, surely this will end up on discount after some number of months, and I think we'll be in good shape. So thank you very much for watching. Hope that this was enjoyable or useful to you, and I'll talk to you again soon.